guys. So I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving and a great weekend. And before I do my reading, real quick, I wanted to say I put out 2 readings last Sunday. And the second one, I was afraid that it got a little lost in the mix. And I swear I'm not just like, I swear I don't mind whether or not my readings get a ton of, views or not. Some readings are more interesting than others. I just honestly thought it got, like, I've noticed that when I put 2 out at once, the second one gets a little lost. And I only point that out because I know a lot of people had requested that read. And I found it to be such a helpful read to me. So I wanted to make sure if you did miss it, it's called America Moving Forward. Can we do this? Just a couple reads ago. And it's about, trying to figure out how do we move forward with all these misinformed citizens who are in a completely different alternate reality. And I thought there were some good answers. And I just was regretting that I had put it out at the exact same time as this other read. And just wanted to point that out in case anyone missed it and would be interested in that. It's there. So the other thing I wanted to mention was there's a tarot reader called Lynn Tarot Readings, Lynn, and she's so cool and funny and interesting. She did the coolest reading I saw today, called What's Up December 22nd, Aquarian Age. And it was just interesting because I in a lot of my readings on what's coming up, I'll be doing like my political readings or whatever, and I kept getting this star card, and I kept feeling something in that star card that I felt like she was maybe referencing in this read she did, What's Up December 22nd, Aquarian Age. So during that sort of magical time, the last 2 weeks of the year, for me, ever since I was like a child, it's always been kind of this wonderful feeling, but I just feel something coming, and so I was relating it to, Trump leaving and we're moving forward, but maybe there's more to it. Maybe there's some like real spiritual energies coming in. So I just like to put that out there because I really believe that the more of us that expect it and are open to it, the more that energy can come in. So just wanted to put that out there. And then, so let's go forward with the reading. So Trump, oh my gosh, he's talking about starting his 2024 campaign on inauguration night this year. So I kind of want to read on that too. And I apologize if I know I kept in my readings thinking that they might be able to silence him so he can't continue to basically abuse our country with just lies after lies after lies and convincing all these people of just this backwards, upside down reality. Is this happening? Is Trump going to be running for president again? Is this his plan for inauguration night? Is he going to start doing this? I always like these cards for Trump because they're so, it's like these, Trump's energy is just, it's not gentle, and these cards fit his energy. It's like some cards are just too lovely. So what we want to know is Trump seriously going to be running for president in 2024? Is he going to be allowed to? I mean, what about everything that's going to come down on him? I feel like his goal, his desire is just to be able to continue lying about everything because it's all about his ego. Is he going to be able to run for president? Is it going to start on inauguration? I don't know how I'm going to get all these answers, but let's see what we get. Interesting. 2 of Wands, the new doorway. He must be looking at his options for sure. So let's see what we get. Okay, so I found this actually to be kind of funny. Like, I'm just getting like, no. So, and there are so many upside down cards, which I find so interesting too. So we have an upside down Four of Pentacles. This would be someone holding on to power, okay? Not so much, no. I mean, just for that to be the first card, it's not working. This would be like greedily holding on to anything you have left, and it's just like even that upside down, not working. Covered by this Nine of Swords, which I also think was upside down. I mean, I turned it to be like this, but I believe it was, yeah. So this is a card of like anxiety and feeling trapped in something you don't want to be trapped in, okay? Upside down, I feel like this is his way of alleviating the anxiety that he's feeling. And the anxiety he feels comes from his ego and having to give up or lose. I mean, that's it. So that's the first thought I had today when I heard this, is that this just makes him feel so much better to think that he can just go forward saying, just immediately into campaigning with a new story, a new storyline, a new narrative, and just doing anything he can to hurt Biden. That's just his joy, is just to hurt people. And so he gets to keep doing it and being able to control the narrative of all the things that are surely to come. And, just keeping on with this hero delusion he has of himself, and that all these people have of him that just like feed his ego. Five of Cups at the top of the situation. Loser. Sorry. This is heartbreak and loss. So this is what's happening, and he's alleviating the anxiety of this feeling of loss by coming up with this new idea that makes him feel better. At the base, we have the Fool card upside down. The Fool is a new beginning, a new start, a new adventure. It's upside down at the base. It's just like not happening. There's just so many no's here. He's not going to have this new beginning and new adventure and new campaign and new. Maybe he'll start a campaign, and I see why. He's going to make money. But it'll be just, I don't think it'll last very long, or be like it won't be an actual candidacy, and it certainly will not be a presidency. In the past, then, we have this Devil card. He cannot, the Devil being addiction to all kinds of things. He's controlled by his ego and his just thirst for power and to be and influence and to be seen and to just have this power where he can keep hurting people. Also, this is where I got the thing where he just the pleasure he gets from hurting people that he resents, like now it's Biden. He just loves it so much he doesn't want to give it up, and that's what this is about also. He can just keep going around feeling like it's like someone who just enjoys whipping someone, and just there's a pleasure to it, and that's what he wants to keep doing it. There's so many people to choose from that he can be abusive to if he gets to continue running a campaign, which to me, I always felt like that's all he did his entire presidency anyway. Everything he did was was a campaign for, himself and the next presidency that he hoped to get, that he did not get. His desire to continue to overpower others and abuse. He just loves it. And they love him for it, don't they? My God. King of Rods upside down. If it was like this, I'd say maybe he's going to come out with a campaign. It's upside down. He doesn't have the passion. He doesn't have the power. He just doesn't. That's what that card tells me. Here we have a 5. We have the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. These are both loss cards, emotional loss. This is also financial loss and poverty, illness. We've just got loss on top of loss. This, for me, is a lot of times my card on the illness. People are sick and they are falling into poverty. They're running out of money. They don't have help. But it's in the position of Trump's, where he is right now. So of course he's not thinking of them, he's thinking of himself. This would be his own finances. He's broke. And I think he might not feel well also, which is why I feel like he won't be able to get the energy to do this. And I see Jared here in the environment. And then here in the hopes and fears, this is like a gardening, like they want to watch some things grow. This I think is it's just to make money. So I think they might try to garner some excitement on this idea to make money for as long as they can. And also more on this loss feeling. It makes him feel better. And then of course Jared coming in and thinking of the financial benefit to keep this false hope and keep robbing people of their money. Why not try to take their money? Give them some false hope that their hero is gonna keep abusing people, and they will be very happy to give up their money to see that happen. I also wondered about Rudy Giuliani in this card, who is of course in his ear. We know that. And it's funny because, a King of Cups is an emotional person. And, you might not think of Rudy in that way, but he certainly is emotional for Donald Trump. And mostly I thought because he's holding this giant goblet, right? And there's that whole ocean behind him. And I'm pretty sure Rudy Giuliani has a goblet in his hand almost morning, day, and night. If you imagine this ocean to be gin and tonics. So I felt like that could be Rudy here also, helping him to come up with this delusion. I think that would excite Rudy because it also keeps Rudy relevant. And that's what they're both falling into, is irrelevance, becoming a joke of history, and that scares them. So that makes sense, but we talked about that. And then for the long-term outcome, we have the World card. This is a completion card. It doesn't strike me as a new beginning. No, the card does not really mean a new beginning. It means the end. His reign is complete. His, whatever his era was, it's completed. And it's really interesting cards around it. Also, first, I'll save the best for last. So first, here we have a card 6 of Swords, which means moving to calmer waters. This is a person that is not happy, that is needing to get away because things are not good. Look at the head bowed similarly like this, and like this. There's sort of a having to escape a situation or having to leave a situation. And so I think, that's the answer to where Trump is going. He's going to be leaving. And the World card, interesting next to the World card, because I also keep getting this notion that he might be leaving and going to another country. But definitely a feeling of, again, loss, losing, deep disappointment in the leaving. And I got this 9 of Wands on the right. And this is a triumph card. This is like a card of winning. And I thought, well, what is that doing? How do you have losing and winning and completion and all that together? And I thought this, and it's funny because this is another thing I thought of reading on, is I think Trump will wait until the electoral votes come in. And it will go, to Biden, as it should. And so it's like, once that's solidified, I think that is when he will leave. Watching back, I am feeling this 9 of Wands to be more active than passive. So it could be the inauguration itself with Biden physically coming in. So maybe Trump does actually stick around that long, or at least until all the theatrics in the courts play out. But I just feel whenever he's out of moves and there's nothing else to do and it's complete, as the World card says, that's when he slinks away. And that 6 of Swords does make me feel like it's a slinking away. Definitely not a bold new start. And then here at the base, and I really read, so these cards feel like the sort of action happening. Biden wins, it's time for him to, he's ready to leave after that. The completion on both sides, the completion of Trump and the completion of the election. And then here we have this high priestess at the base. This card is so powerful to me in this right now, in that I feel these are like the indictments and the charges just waiting to come out. She's so intense and just sort of like, you can see her about to open that, almost like the scroll. But I'm feeling it as all the charges and the this and the that they have had to hold out on because of his position, is now just gonna come like, like, I'm picturing like some scene in a movie. I'll see if I can remember the movie and put it here. But yeah, I just feel there's a lot of stuff coming. He won't be, and that's part of why he won't be able to go forward, is because everything that's coming out here. And maybe finally he leaves because he just knows it's coming. And he needs to, I hope, leave silently. Oh, I even feel it here, I swear. But that might be a pipe dream of mine. At the base, oh yeah, so this is an 8 of Pentacles. This is Trump right now. He's not looking, so this is like a craftsman who's focused on one thing. Trump is good at one thing, and that's campaigning, clearly. And even like before he was campaigning to be president, he was always campaigning himself, his ego, his reputation, his properties, whatever. It helps. So he's not looking at the big picture. He's just feels better. It's alleviating the anxiety. It's feeding his ego to think that and so that's what he's doing here, is just trying to feel better by focusing on something, a fantasy that makes him feel better. And then this I just found so interesting. All these upside down cards in a row. All of these showing up upside down, which always to me, if I'm asking, is he going to do this? And it's like, no, 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 no. You know? So he just is focusing. It makes him happy. He doesn't have, like, okay, a Knight of Swords, he doesn't have the fight. He's not going to be able, this 3 of Swords would be hurting, pain. He doesn't have the fight. He's not going to be able to hurt us anymore. He doesn't have the support. 3 of Cups, friends, support. He doesn't have the support. I almost feel like something is going to, oh my gosh. I almost feel like his online support machine, like, is going to shut down. Like, whoever's financing his online insanity, I feel like it's like, and that's interesting because I feel like I felt, I'm like, I don't know why, but Eric Prince is here and he's not involved. He's out too. And that is interesting because I feel like Eric Prince is very involved in the online sort of military for hire that we see trying to cause all kinds of havoc and put out all these sort of little soldiers out there for Trump. And it's like they're both upside down. Like, I think they're going to shut that down. And that's probably a lot of what fuels all the pro-Trump stuff, whether we realize it or not, is this online, all these online campaigns. So no support. This Magician card upside down, this is like the power card. This would mean, okay, we've got these people on our side, these people, it's upside down. Like, they don't have the power. And then this Knight of Rods, like I said, for some reason I'm like, okay, they don't have Eric Prince. He's out too. And then I went a little further here. Queen of Rods with the Temperance. This felt similarly to me like these charges or whatever is going to be coming after Trump when he leaves. It seems to be showing herself here. Like, you know, probably New York, right? We assume New York has a lot coming out on him. So this is like a judge. This could relate also to the case against him with the woman who was raped by him. I should say allegedly, and that this is for entertainment purposes only. And has his DNA and all that. It's like they've just been waiting for, you know, people are, this Temperance card being like patiently waiting. There's some woman who's patiently waiting And so that's upright. That's coming for him. And then, and then more of these upside down cards. How is it possible? Yeah, he's not going to have his happy ending. He's not going to be able to keep stealing. And he's not going to get the nomination. This would be like Knight of Cups, an offer to him. No. And then these three cards, I just thought were the end of the read here. The Chariot, the Emperor, and Death. It's like they're coming for him and it's over, okay? And maybe the death could be literal. He's not feeling well. I get that he's not feeling well. And sure, the Chariot could be him and his energy moving forward, but I don't feel that connected to him because I'm not feeling his energy. It's all upside down and loss and leaving and all that. So, no, I think that this is what's coming for him. Once he loses that power position, he's not going to be protected. He thinks he's going to be able to run. He thinks he's going to continue to be able to avert everything. He's not. So, just a feeling of things coming, truths coming out, and things not going his way. So yeah, so that's my answer that I got here. I hope you guys found that interesting. I'm sure you're wondering as well, and you can see what the cards have to say about that. So thanks for watching. I'm always glad that I have people to share my reads with, and I really appreciate you. And I thank you for watching. Feel free to let me know your thoughts, and otherwise I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.